and welcome to the Knitting Samurai Plus One video podcast. This is episode 38 and this is episode 39 and I am your host, Steph, also known as the Knitting Samurai. It is bright and early Christmas Eve day and I wanted to get a podcast recorded for you. First off, let me just say there's a house down the street that does, they get completely decked out with Christmas lights. And they have a radio station and they set the lights to the music, and we've gone by almost every day since I found out about it. I just keep taking them. Roland thought it was pretty cool. He was like kicking along to the beat. So I took a snippet the other day and I thought I'd share that with you. So Merry Christmas. Turn up. I don't know how Christmassy this one is. So what's on my needles? Not a whole lot right now, actually. So first let me say I finished the socks for my mom. I finished them on, I think it was Friday, so I had a few days ahead of time. Here's a FO picture. And I actually did order 2 orders. So I placed one but never got a confirmation email, never showed up on my credit card, and so I got nervous. I waited 5 days, nothing was happening, so I placed a second one because I wasn't going to have enough yarn to finish Roland's socks and Mom's socks. So I placed a second order, bought completely different things. Had to buy $50 worth both times. Got the confirmation email. The next morning I get up and get a shipping confirmation and scroll through it and go, oh no, that was the first order. So they arrived a day apart. I don't know if the first order got lost, if it was, because it was very much after Thanksgiving. Not sure what happened there, but I got $100 worth of Knit Picks yarn. So you'll be seeing that soon. That'll be coming into my life. But yeah, her socks are finished, and the reason I knit them was I had 2 skeins of the Minty Felici colorway, and I didn't really want 2 skeins, and so I knit a pair for Roland to try and use it up, and then I knit a pair of short socks for her, but was about not much too short to finish the second one, so I ended up buying 2 more skeins of it. Maybe I should give that away. Maybe there's just bad karma attached to it, I don't know. But yeah, so those are done. On Monday, I finished the fingerless mitts for Roland's teachers. I packaged them up. I sent them, I shouldn't say on Monday. On Tuesday, I finished them. I stayed up until 1 in the morning. I've never stayed up that late knitting. And it was like, I gotta finish them so they can block on Wednesday because Thursday's the last day he goes this week. So I was knitting like a fiend to get those done, and I did. And they were both really happy with them. Annie, one of the teachers, sent back a comment via Steve that that's a real talent. So Annie is probably 25, 26, so it's sort of a weird I don't know. I'm not sure how to take that, but because I wrote a nice card and thanked them and, you know, explained that I had knit these for them. So those are off my needle, so that's like 3 projects done. Yeah, and then the hat that I'm designing, that I was working on, I finished take 1. I was not too wild about it, so I immediately cast on for take 2, which is kind of sad. I should have thought this through a little more because the first yarn perfectly matches my coat, but my vision did not translate as well into it, and I have a really hard time ripping. Like, that is not something I want to do. So I cast on a second hat using some Schaefer Nicole. Schaefer yarns, the Nicole base. I'm all tangled, I'm not going to fight with this. And it's one of the colorways named for strong women. Anyways, and this is a navy purple lime colorway. And you can see right now I've got the brim done. So that's as far as I've gotten. But it's going to be holiday knitting for me, so I'm going to keep working on that. And then the vanilla bean socks are still in the needles. I'm back at it because I should show you them. I have my pile of projects over here. So here's the first one. You've seen it before. That's done. Here's the second one. Roland was playing with my yarn, so I have a tangle. I am just starting the gusset increases. So there's the second one. This is, what is this? Desert Vista Dye Works in the Schools in Session colorway. So really like that. Oh, and the pattern is the Vanilla Bean pattern by Emily Locke. So fun little pattern, great way to spice up your vanilla sock if you ask me. So it's going well. This bag right here is my bag of potential if I need it to cast on. So I'm just going to run through what I've got here. So this is one of the skeins of knit picks that I got. It's the Polisian Sport Weight. I like it. It feels really different though. It doesn't feel like the same. And then this is a stroll that Roland pulled apart, so I had to rewind. So this is probably going to be color work hat. I have my 716 Dye Works in the zombie colorway. I don't know what they call it. But it's for Stockinette Zombies. It's a self-striping yarn with a lime gray and some purple in there. So that's going to be my next pair of socks. I've had that for a while when I get it on the needles. And then this is Cascade 220 Superwash in a very, I think it's a lichen is the name of the color. It's a yellowy green heather colorway. And this is going to be a Milo for Roland. I bought a bunch of, I can't think of her name, but you know, I mean, everyone's seen the Milo. So those are the potential 3 patterns that could make it on the needles over the next 3 days while I'm holiday knitting. So we'll see where I'm at. It's also very possible that I'm completely monogamous and finish my harvest mode. I am flying through that now that Christmas knitting is done. And that's what is out over here. Excuse me. So it's a great pattern. It's a great pattern. I've had a hard time visualizing what I'm doing, you know, in the pocket construction area, but I'm trusting because a lot of people have written up that it's really inventive and it's really cool, their comments. So, okay, let's just trust what she's doing. So you can see I'm well past the armhole. I think that's about where I was last time. Maybe not, I had seen Vaughn. So I've done probably another 4 inches. I've started to split off for the pockets, working my way through those. I tried it on the other day. It looked, well, while it was on the needle, so it's hard to tell, but it looks good. I had added more buttonholes, so it calls for 1. I added 2 more, and then I forgot I was adding buttonholes because that's how I am. So it's okay. The bottom button is right below my bust, so I think it'll be okay. It'll just look like I'm buttoning over my bust, so that's fine. Yeah, this is the 48-inch bust. I need to take that fit to flatter class. Emily of What Just Watching mentioned the difference between under the bust line and over the bust line. I need the book. I need to figure that out. There goes the shower. I'm sorry. Because I have a 5-inch difference between under and over, and I'm not even a 48. I think I'm a 48, I'm not. I know I've lost a bit of weight in the last 6 months or so, and I have gone down a bra size, so I guess I should have thought about that might affect the sweater size I knit. So the next sweater I knit, which is going to be the dark and stormy, I am not going to knit a 48. So that's, I don't know. I don't know why you would care, but that's what's going on there. Also, this is the Yowza, Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the Homestead colorway, right? It's this gorgeous color, and it looks good on. I was so excited when I tried it on because that's always a concern for me with variegated yarn that, you know, you love knitting it. It's absolutely gorgeous, but then you put it on and you're like, I don't really like to wear rainbow clothing. So I normally wear blue and gray sweaters. What was I thinking? But I put this on and it looks really good. So that's great. I'm trying, so I've just started into the second skein. And I'm trying to make it last as long as I can. I have 1,150 yards, and the pattern for my size calls for 1375, and it's a long sleeve sweater, long sleeve cardigan. So my thought was that, okay, I'll knit the body, I'll use contrasting color for, there, you love seeing me turn and reach and jump all over the place. Contrasting, which, what the heck, Stephanie? I just had it. Well, it's a dark green. I'll use a contrasting color for the pockets, and I'll make it just go to elbow-length sleeves, or do the sleeves as long as I can and call that good. So I'm trying. It's going pretty well so far. So I just went into the second skein. I'm doing the pockets. I think it's looking pretty good. We'll see how I turn out, because it's I mean, the center's gone a little bit, but there's a lot of yarn here. I bet there's 400 or 500 yards left. Like, there's a lot left. So there it is. There it is. So here's the, you probably can't see, the lighting's not great right now, but it's the pocket lining, so you're not going to see it. I'm going to know it's there. But so it's like hunter green. It's one of the color pops in this. I think it's going to go beautifully. So there you go. That is what's going on with me. And that also, I mean, the paper line pullover, the last sweater I knit, came out kind of big for me and didn't use nearly the yardage that the patterns that it would use. So yeah, I'm just thinking about the whole bust measurement thing. So anyways, look for more on that in the coming weeks. And then lastly, on my needles, right? Yes, lastly, the beatniks. The beatnik. The beatnik. I was going strong, super motivated, and then Emily fell down. And then I was watching Zombies, Document Zombies, and Megan fell down. And I feel like, oh my god, am I going to be the only one that finishes? But that's okay if I am, you know, because you guys out there are knitting, and we'll just stay strong together. So I was going along gangbusters, that's what I started to say. And then it was like, tick, 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 gotta finish those socks for Mom, gotta order, and I got all anxious about that, and so I couldn't enjoy this anymore, so I had to set it aside. But that's how far along I am. I think I have another 5 or 6 inches. This is the back panel, 5 or 6 inches, and then there's some shaping going on. Oh, no, bust shaping. 5 or 6 inches, and then I do bust shaping. So, but because it's the back, it's not as extreme as the front. Yes, I do remember. See, it's been probably a week since I worked on this, but I am still loving it. Loving it. I think it's great. It's got to be over dye. I need to knit my swatch and over dye it. Oh my goodness. So that's also going with me for holiday knitting. And we usually go to my parents for the holidays, and we celebrate. I grew up always opening presents on Christmas Eve, so today's the day. Woo woo. And then we do a day trip for the 2 hours up to Steve's parents and spend some time with them on Christmas Day and open with them and his brother and the family that side. So that is the plan. So we'll see how much knitting I get done. How much Roland wants to let me knit. He's been really good about entertaining himself lately. Man 58, thank you so much, Mary. I met Mary at SSK, and this past week, or past, I don't know, one of the Tuesdays since I last recorded, I don't know if it was last Tuesday or the one before, she sent me the It's nobody's pattern. Thank you so much. I absolutely love it. I need to knit one. Last year I did the colorwork ornaments. They didn't come out. They're like 2.5 are done. And I really should stuff them and hang one. And then I should knit one of these. And then after that, do one for every year of Christmas of Roland's life. That sounds like one of those things that a mom would really love doing, and the 18-year-old son who's in college, or 23-year-old son who's just graduated college and has his first apartment is going to be like, I don't want those 20-something ornaments. They're tacky and hand-knit. So I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I'm definitely going to make some of these guys. I have to say they might not be ornaments. They might just be let's play with them. He likes his stuffies, and the little heads, completely adorable. Completely. And I want to say thank you to Nancy for gifting me her pine scarf, I believe is the name of it. I printed it out and then I have misplaced it, and it was more important for me to sit down and record a quick one instead of, you know, finding patterns and searching for things. And then last thing to talk about, January 1st. You ready, ladies? Warm up those needles. Find the yarn. Let's go, let's go! We're going to do a dark and stormy knit along. So that is a cabled sweater pattern. It's beautiful. It's knit with 3 inches. I was reading the instructions. 3 inches of positive ease for the size that they say. So I am definitely going down. Because while I like positive ease, I don't like that much positive ease. And so when you think about that, I'm knitting a bust size that's 2 inches bigger, and then the bust size is 5 inches bigger than my actual abdomen, like that would be huge. So I'm going to go down at least to a 46, maybe even a 44, and try my hand at bust shaping. I need to get that Fit to Flatter book. I need to learn about this. I need to get better at sweater knitting, because goals for 2013, one of mine is definitely going to be knitting some sweaters. Probably not all for me. Probably I'll say something like 13 sweaters, and do a vest for my dad, kinds of sweater. Some more tops for Roland, and then things like that. He had his Christmas pictures done a couple days ago. It was late, I know, and so I won't be able to give the family the actual pictures at Christmas, but I can show them and I'll mail them later. But he, I was so torn, and I ended up buying, I got some Chaps clothing, which is so preppy, and he's my little preppy boy anyways, and I tend to dress pretty preppy, and Steve makes fun of me from time to time. Oh my god, he had on a blue and white checked Oxford with a blue cabled sweater and the little insignia on the pocket. He's so cute! I'm going to share one with you. Anyways, that was Roland's picture for to mark the, I don't know, 15 months. Every 6 months I've had pictures of him done, and it's typically at Christmas and in May for some reason. I don't know why. So he had pictures done. That was rambling. Yeah, so back to it. The knit along. So we're starting January 1st. Get your pattern. And I'm not a real big stickler on that, so you know, the holiday, you want to start next Friday, fine with me. I just want to all knit together and have a great time doing it. So I bought, I went stash diving. It's a worsted weight yarn. For some reason in my head, dark and stormy needs to be a dark yarn, and I came up with this heathered blue Williamstown yarn. I love that yarn, and I bought it for a specific sweater, and I'm feeling a lot of anxiety about knitting it for something that's not the sweater I bought it for. Like, I paid for the pattern, I bought a whole booklet just to get that pattern, so I think I'm going to not use that yarn, even though it's in my stash and it would be a great stash dive. So I need to shop local pre-Christmas. I'm telling you a story in case you can't tell. I need to shop local, and so I hadn't visited my LYS yet this fall, well, this November, December. So I ran in and I was like, where do I need a sweater's worth? Ah! And I had Roland, and there were lots of people in there, which is great. Made me so happy because I love to see her in super business. And in the back of my mind, I was feeling really guilty about the $100 to knit picks for yarn I didn't really want. I bought 2 sweaters worth of sport weight yarn, in case you were wondering. And So I grabbed a yarn and I was in such a rush I wasn't even thinking. It's not superwash. So I was trying to be sort of on the cheap, and I bought Cascade 220 Heathers, which is this beautiful navy and fawn color heathered together. It's a gorgeous color, but it's not a superwash. You know what, people have been knitting sweaters and not superwash for years, and it's my own little hang up that I'm like, it needs to be superwash, right? I'm talking myself into this. I'm an adult, I'll know better. But at the same time, I'm thinking, if you're going to put all that time into those center back cables, which are beautiful, what if something happens to it? Again, when have I ever put one of my sweaters in the washing machine? When have I ever put anything, besides a pair of socks, in the dryer that's hand knit? Steve is completely trained. This is probably a non-issue, and I should just use the yarn because I think it's gorgeous. Worst they weight. I think it's 6 or 7 needles. For me, it's 1,600 yards. You need to get some and knit along. I think it's going to be like a 6-week knit along, maybe an 8. Maybe we'll go to I think I said February 28th actually, now that I'm thinking about it. There are tags out on the board to use. It's dark Knitting Samurai KSP1. Yes, D-A-R. D-A-R-K KSP1 is the tag. So tag your project with that. There are going to be some prizes throughout. I'm going to do some random drawings based on the tags, so make sure you put your tags on there. Make sure you're posting pictures in the thread. I've got lots of knit picks yarn. No, and I've got some other great stuff. I just got some cakewalk yarn. Yeah, okay. Let me show you one. So this is the cakewalk MCN. I think she calls it Stash is the name of the yarn line, and that's the Portland colorway. I got it because Steve loves the show Portlandia, and we live sort of near Portland, my parents do, and so I was like, Portland! So I got that. I'm not completely in love with it, so that is probably going to be a prize. And then I also got 2 skeins of Sun Valley Fibers. That's her in her MCN base. I don't think she calls it that. I don't recall what she calls it. And this is the Kermit colorway, fingery weight. I really love the highs and lows of the green, so I got those thinking I would knit a massive shawl, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll give one to you all and one for me. And lastly, I got another skein from Sun Valley Fibers, and this one is Chocoholic, and also MCN base. This is, I thought it would be more brown. It's definitely an autumnal orange fuchsia brown colorway, so I probably will be sharing that one with y'all too. So, look for things like this as prizes, and I hope you join in the Dark and Stormy KAL, and you enjoy it, and in 6 weeks after that, we'll all have brand new sweaters. So, yeah, I am on a sweater kick right now. I am loving it. So, if I'm going to put all this time into it, I might as well just wear it and share it. So, anyways, that is it for me for today. Happy Christmas Eve day. I hope you enjoy the holiday, whatever you're doing, and watch those Christmas movies. I've really enjoyed reading what everybody treasures about Christmas movies. It's so funny to see the differences in people and things that I'm like, oh no, I would never watch that. People are like, must see. And the classics that I love, people are also, love. And then, is there anything that I'm into that other people aren't? I don't think so. Elf and Rudolph are like my must-sees, but anyways. I hope you have a great 10 days or so until I record again. I might try and squeeze one in on New Year's Eve just because I can, because I've got a lot of time off here in the next 2 days. It's so glorious. And take care.